Oops. Ready?
Yep.
Welcome to Granny Shifton. I'm Ryan. And that's Jason.
What?
And this is minute 36 of the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
No, I love this minute.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty good movie.
Half of the minutes, I'm like, I could have skipped,
Right.
We could have done this movie in 45 minutes, probably. You think?
No, there's some... No.
All right, so Sean just got picked up from school in a really cool car. We don't get to see this car, really go. We get to hear it, idling, it, rev matching as he pulls up, but you can kind of hear it's got something to it.
I mean, they really went all out with the veil side.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
The windshield banner, the seats, the spoiler in the front, on the back.
That's their
different
car.
emblem.
This was a SEMA car before SEMA. There might have been SEMA back then, actually. I don't know. But it's
Veilside built this whole... It wasn't like you got a couple of Veilside add-ons.
All right.
They sold this car.
Do you notice how small this car is?
Yeah.
And our patron, Asher... Sorry, Asher. Snackman.
Yeah.
He had an FD. The cockpit in those things is tiny. The seats are small and you're right next to the other person and there's no room behind you. They're just small. A big person would not fit in them. So when they pull up here and Sean and Han are in here,
yeah,
it's pretty tight in there.
Yeah, they're really close together.
It's intimate.
And they don't really know each other at all.
Even look at his shoulders are kind of
he's squished
forward.
in there.
Yeah.
As soon as they stop, Han's I got my arm out of here because I don't want to be any closer to him than I have to be.
Right. So they pull up this back alley and stop in front of this business. And Han says, "There's a guy in there with a paw that owes me some money."
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
And Sean says, A paw.
A paw.
And his face is
paw.
Kind of hilarious. He's like, huh? A paw?
It does kind of look like he's trying not to laugh. Was that their best take?
I'm wondering, if somebody said that to me, I think I'd assume I misheard it. There's a guy in there with a paw.
I would say.
Or, is that a Japanese thing that I don't know? A type of a food or,
right.
Or it's I don't know. Who knows? A hat. A name for a hat.
Oh, right.
But anyway, now
there's no explanation as to what the paw means.
No.
Does he have a paw instead of a hand? There's no explanation for that.
But we know people owe Han money.
Right.
Which is also kind of weird to think about where Han's come from, knowing the rest of the franchise. And that Han went and started working for the Mafia?
Right.
That's weird. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Why get into something so illegal when you have so much money?
Right. If it is illegal. Do we know what it is? Later.
What the Mafia does?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's possible the guy with the paw bought a gaming PC from him.
Oh, right.
We don't know. So anyway,
Sean
is tasked.
Snowplow.
Right. Sean's tasked with going into this random business.
Yeah.
And obviously Sean can't read the Japanese writing on the front.
Yeah. Neither can we. But that Mazda looks good.
That is a sharp car. So Sean walks into the venue. And there's a guy reading a magazine next to him. And he's stops him and says something in Japanese and waves him down and makes him stop. He's
and holds out his hand is he saying you need to pay? Or is he saying, what are you doing?
He's saying, what are you doing? You're wearing clothes. You're not allowed to have clothes in here.
Oh. So then we get a view inside of what this place is. It's a public shower room.
Which is crazy to think about.
Is that what it is?
They don't have showers in their apartments? So everybody goes to this place to shower?
But the strangest part of this is that
Sean's nipples are so big.
Yeah. They're nice.
Sized.
Yeah.
So large.
The hair accentuates them.
Yeah, so his chest hair is somehow directed in a way that makes a black circle around his nipples too. But man, those things are poking too.
Yeah. Is it weird that the showers are only 4 foot off the ground?
How clear it is in this picture. Yes. Okay.
Is it weird how low the showers are?
Yeah.
If you're going to create a space for people to shower, Why must they sit down?
All right, so there's a wall, but it's like a knee wall, right? It's only 4 foot high, and the shower heads come out at the 4 foot high mark, and so the people are literally squatting on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
squatting under these showers and showering themselves.
Yeah,
So
it's
strange.
really strange. Is it like a club? Is it like a sauna? Not a sauna. Like
I wonder if this is normal, like in Japan.
is this like what people go to, or is this like something that you like pay to be a part of? You know, there's like
Like a spa,
yeah, like a
men's
spa,
spa,
right?
like a hot springs thing.
Right.
But they seem to be doing it functionally because they all have their shampoo and they're all washing. It's
Right.
only men.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit odd. But
Are they only in towels because of the movie?
right, like
Was-
is this a normal thing for Japan?
Yeah. Would they normally be nude?
All right, all our Japanese listeners, you need to call us.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes, it would be.
All right.
So
Sorry guys, we had to cut that part out. They didn't. Yeah,
yeah.
they swore, so we had to cut that out of the minute. All right.
And then we get a look at on the other side of the showers. There appears to be some tubs.
And there was a very large man with a tattoo on his back of
A bear paw,
a bear. Is that what it is? It's like I can't even hardly tell what it is.
I think.
And it's a big guy, and he's sitting in a community bathtub, which is
Right. Well, this is just one. Like this is one. It's single.
What about the guy across from him?
Yeah, that's
He's
he's
in the
sharing
next
one.
one.
Yeah, he's sharing one. I'll back up a little bit so you can see.
All right, so all right, Sean sees the paw though, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
there's
so
a
there's like-
divider between.
oh, okay." So there's like a row of bathtubs. They're
yeah,
like
I think
permanent.
so.
Like you get your own bathtub.
Well, I think he gets his own. I think this guy beside him might
Might
have to
share.
share with someone else.
what a strange. I guess these people
Yeah.
just. I guess it's normal.
I'd like to know more about these things. Is
Showering with other strangers.
And well, I guess so. These have a shower head, and then lower down they have another spigot down here that they fill these basins with for washing their feet, or I don't know.
Very weird.
It's just a strange place overall, but
Yes, I would say. I agree. Quite odd.
I would.
You
Yeah. I would
enjoy this.
if I. It would be a weird place to be. I don't know what else to say.
Do you think if you went to Japan, you'd be like, "Hey, this is part of their culture. We gotta try this."
I don't know.
Or if you went with me, you're like, "Jason's gonna make me go to that."
I would just try and find a hotel room that has a bath in it. It would be. We should do some research on that to like. Do some places not have bathrooms
Right. Like
or showers?
everything's that
Maybe they just have a
compact,
toilet.
it makes sense that you would share it. Like a shower is a pretty inefficient space because it only gets used like twice a week, right?
Sure. Yeah. I don't want to judge.
Same with a car. Like in Japan, a lot of people don't own cars. It's like a taxi that drives people around, but a taxi is constantly driving people around. It's
Right.
100%, almost 100% efficient.
Right.
Where your car drives you to work and then sits there all day doing nothing.
Right.
In my car, around on turn, I make money because I'm smart.
Dude, you are so smart.
Oh yeah.
Don't you? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and thank you for congratulating me on my retirement.
You're welcome.
And
How was Did you have like one of those retirement parties at work where like everyone's like dressed in like a white-ish shirt with like a tie and
sounds like a
like
cult?
handing out cake and like
No.
Karen play
So-
something on the flute for Jason.
The company I retired from. That sounds very weird. I
You know-
don't think I want that. Do you want that?
I'm trying to like think of what like an office party looks like.
So our company, if somebody's been there 45 years, literally, the day they retire, there's just some boxes of donuts sitting out.
Perfect. Perfect.
I don't know if they're like, so when you hear this episode live or not live, I will have been retired when as recording today, I'm a week away.
Right.
I don't know. I'm guessing they're going to do nothing for me because I don't fit the normal rules or social norms of retirement.
Right.
I'm
Since
not
you're not
old.
65.
Right.
Or older.
Right.
We currently have a 71-year-old working in where I work.
He probably doesn't have any hobbies.
He does not.
That's what happens.
Yeah. So That's why I can retire right at 65 because there's plenty of bodies.
My advice: you invest in yourself financially so you can retire, but you also need to invest in yourself emotionally. I don't mean you got to invest in relationships and activities so that you can retire.
Right.
Because if you don't have anybody to retire be with or anything to do, there's no point in saving money to retire. You
have a reason.
Work till you die.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a guy that retired from the place that I work at. And I think they went around and like, rather than get him like a retirement gift, people like pitched in money for a card.
Okay.
And I'm like, what?
Sure.
If he wants money, he can just work more. Like,
yeah, that's
work another 2 days and he'll have as much money as we just gave him.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was weird. I don't think we really did anything else. Maybe we had a meal for him. I don't know. But he had worked there for like 40-something years.
Man. Did you hug him?
No. Not a big hugger.
Me either, but I'm thinking
I'm
going to hug some people.
Yeah.
Like the
Are you a hugger?
I don't like need to hug. Hugs are most useful just to see how people react to them. So retirement's a good excuse for that. Like if you got to work with them the next day, it could be weird, but like there's some people that take themselves way too seriously. So when you give them a hug,
yeah,
that really helps them, I think.
So if we can give you any advice, it's either your next week, you have 3 options, 3 goals is your homework. Complete one of these 3 tasks.
Are you talking to me?
In the next week. Or the listeners, not you.
Oh.
This is our advice to the listeners.
Me and you advice to them.
For a successful life.
Yeah. Okay.
In the next week.
Wow.
Complete one of these tasks.
This week.
Complete one of these tasks.
Or your life will fail.
Either retire.
Okay.
List your car on Turo.
Oh, all right.
Give someone a hug who doesn't want it.
You're just making these up as you go?
Yeah, that's it. Those are the 3 things.
I think you don't just pick one. You got to do each of these in the right order.
No.
You got to list your car on Turo, and then you can retire, and then you can hug somebody that doesn't want to be hugged.
That's a lot to do in a week, though.
You're right. You picked the timeline, not me.
Seems like a lot, Jason. Seems like a lot to do in 1 week.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
winning's winning.